Hey, not there. Not not her. Not her. I'm apologizing for not having been here last night. Because I wasn't live last night. Looking forward to explaining that 15 times tonight. Take a day for yourself. Yeah, I just felt shitty last night. Didn't get any sleep, and then yeah. Hey, Dorky. Hey, Vanilla. I do not. Feeling better? Yeah. Hi, Bailey. Work. Yeah. Hi, Jerry. I'm apologizing for not having come live last night. Hey, Bun Bun. Hey, Gelatin. Hey, Catherine. Apologizing for not having come live last night. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Brooka. I don't even know. As far as having a girlfriend, no. I don't have a girlfriend, but I'm working through Cyberpunk 2077, and I will be romancing Judy. Socializing? No. No socializing, no. Orange Cat Laney is purring at you through the screen. Aw. Hi, Laney. Hi, Uncle Buck. Hey, Drosophila. Or Drosophila. Drosophila. Not Philia. That's why I said sorry, Uncle Buck. I felt like shit. I hadn't gotten any sleep. So. Getting back at them. No. It's just insomnia. I have no idea what Drosophila means. Yeah, I got no sleep, so I had a headache, and I just fucking went back down for a nap. Then, like, the famous flight of research. Then, like, 9 o'clock, that I woke back up. Hey, Buttercup. No sick days on YouTube? Guess not. Drosophila. Fruit fly is used for most genetic research. Ah. I've done my share of research with fruit flies. Hey, Joanna. Most of that research being what happens when I crush it. The answer: it dies. Hi, Nanny. Pets in the house. They do have a dog. Yappy little fucker. Fruit flies form in crusty drains, I think. Well, yeah. Hate small dogs. Small dogs are always the yappiest fucking bastards. Hate them. Want to kick them. Hi, Megan. I'm thinking about a puntable dog. Yeah. I didn't say I would kick it. I didn't say I would kick a dog. Just that I want to. Just want to punt them. I wouldn't actually punt a dog. I just want to punt the yappy fuckers. Possible love interest. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be pursuing. I'm gonna be pursuing Judy in my run on Cyberpunk 2077 because I started a Let's Play. Hey, Mariah. Sorry that I wasn't here last night. First episode. The first episode of my Cyberpunk Let's Play went up tonight. Going with the Nomad life path. Why is YouTube being your messages? Weird. So yeah, I am playing FemV because I definitely way prefer her voice over male V's. Did you use your mom's name? Fitting then. Do you hate cats? No, I love cats. Cats are great. So yeah. But yeah. Catch her tomorrow. 15 minutes before I have to drag my ass to bed. Yeah. Yeah, first episode's like an hour 50 minutes. It's almost two. The first episode is almost 2 hours. Like a lot of the episodes are ending up very long. A few episodes that are, around the 2 hour mark. Anyway, yeah, so playing FemV. So I'm gonna be romancing Judy. How's work? It's work. Sucks when I'm there. I do not have a girlfriend, no. Sucks when I'm there. Sucks when I don't get hours. So, so yeah. She's fine. Yeah, like this week, I've got no hours at all. This like literally Literally 0 hours. I don't work at all this week. Which is, kind of rough. I expect I'll probably get plenty of hours. Well, maybe not next week. So, it's just because of the type of job it is. It's because what I do is charity lotteries. So, hey Ray, I'm apologizing for not having been here last night. So yeah, what it is like, I customer service for charity lotteries. Um, so the hours depend on when the draws are going on. Sounds fun. It's not, honestly. So yeah, so like, and most of it, unfortunately, is outbound. Sucks. Which is fucking awful. No, no, it's calling people to let them know, hey, there's a deadline coming up. I'm not the one calling people to say, hey, congratulations, you won. It's calling people to say, hey, uh, there's a deadline coming up on our current draw. Hey, Killface. Case, bonus prize deadline. Deadline for the bonus prize draw is coming up. Do you want to buy tickets? People bitch you bit to me. Usually not. No, it's just what sucks about it. In all honesty, is the lack of wrap time after call time. 6 seconds after a call. There's 6 seconds of after call time. So it honestly just feels so endless. Help you start a rumor. There's already rumors about me. So yeah, it's the fact that there's just no time between calls is just really tough. Buttercup is an angel. I do not want kids. Hate kids. Can't stay still that long. Oh no, I genuinely do not like kids at all. I do not like being around children. No, and I've never denied being a train wreck of a person. I mean, like, very different kind of train wreck from Chantel. But even so. So relationship won't work together. I mean, it was good. A lot of stupid jokes. We are very different. But a lot of goofiness. A lot of goofy little in jokes and I don't know. Hey, attendees. Draft. I'm Canadian. I'm not getting drafted. I'm also 41. Should I stop talking about shitting? Yeah. Hi, Pause. Sorry, Pause. I didn't mean to ignore you. Hi, Pause. Hi, Rage. It's a problem she has. Yeah, I mean it's a thing we do. We both talk about it to each other with each other. We're on to Canada to avoid the draft. Yeah, exactly. Sure, Megan. I can't guarantee I'll answer it, but you can ask. I just whether I answer will depend on the question. I'm getting drafted in this one. Conscientious objector. I'm a conscientious objector, aka a coward. I mean, we're still planning on it. I probably will end up going over. About what? Like, legitimately, what the fuck would I have to be worried about? Alright. Good night, Killface. Hope you'll be able to hang around a little bit longer soon. One of these days soon. Rice cooker with full bag of rice for one. Cash from all trips. Drafted by the cat. Yeah, like people are acting like, oh, she's gonna leave you in the lurch, and it's like, it's not my fucking apartment. Like, worst case scenario is I have to make my own way back to Cornwall. Like the very absolute worst case scenario is I have to find and figure out what to do about the cat. Like, generally, that's like absolute worst case. Is I would need to drop the cat off at a shelter somewhere. Yeah, it's like, hey, the person whose cat this is isn't coming back to Canada, so or your mom can have him. That's true, actually. That's true. My mom does kind of miss having a cat. So, like, genuinely, like, what the fuck is the absolute, like, what is the worst case scenario? Like, please tell me, what is the worst case scenario of me, like, watching Chantel's apartment for a month? Like, people are so fucking convinced that I'm going to be totally fucked over somehow. It's like, I don't think anyone has any fucking like idea like how I could possibly be fucked over. They're just so goddamn convinced it's gonna happen somehow. I was like, fuck off. Like, cut the fucking paranoid bullshit. The entertainment. No, not moving in. I'm gonna be watching her place while she travels for a month. While she's overseas for a month. Hey, Marguerite. Traveling. Yeah. Pay for your car rental. No, but I'm also not paying for her rental place. No, no, I'm not giving up my place. No, may not even happen. Yeah, we'll see. Her plan was still. I missed one. Oh, I will. I'm sure I will. I'm quite confident that I will miss my own bed. Her plan is still Malaysia, right? In a vacation. Yeah, I mean that's sort of what it's meant to be. Hey, Frank. She doesn't want to go, but also changes her mind. She does. She changed her mind. She said she doesn't want to go. If you're staying there, good. Bring Betty with me. All right. Good night, Catherine. You want to still have your favorite blankie? I also have my childhood blankie. I don't use it. It's just like sitting in the closet. Um, Honestly, it's convenient to wrap my laptop if I have to, like, if I'm gonna be, you know, wrap my laptop in my blankie just as a little bit of extra covering for it. Hi, Thomas. I do avoid drama, and people do want me involved in drama. Worry about finding one CC. Well, no, like I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried that she's not going to come back. I'm just saying, like people are talking about like worst case, like people are talking about, oh, she's gonna fuck you, oh, you shouldn't do it, she's gonna screw you, oh, she's gonna screw you. And like I'm just pointing out that is literally the worst possible scenario. Is that I need to find another home for the kitten. Absolute worst possible scenario. Because I could just fucking return to Cornwall any goddamn time. How much did you pay for the bill? A lot. I don't even remember. Well, I mean, I say I can return any goddamn time. Fucking train, fucking no easy fucking way to do it. Okay. No, I will still be paying for this fucking place, Megan. I'm not moving. I'm house sitting. I'm fucking house sitting. I'm not moving. That poor kitty will hide for weeks. I hope not. Yeah, I mean, like it's 1 month. The day tops. But you have to pay in damage for the villa. I've said this before. I never received a bill. If we had to pay anything, I never heard about it. She is. Check transit schedules. Yeah, like it's if I do go up, her mom, like if it does end up happening, then her mom will give me a ride up. Playing Sonic before I rudely interrupted by Cohen. Cool, cool. I was never into Sonic. I never clicked with Sonic. I never quite clicked with it. But yeah, as far as like transit, it really sucks that there's no direct route from between Cornwall and Ottawa. This is your first time playing? Get your security deposit that one? Yeah, I don't remember. You love Atari? Get car sick because it's sent? No. Yeah, like even just taking a train, like I'd have to get like a ticket. I'd have to get a ticket like from Ottawa to Montreal, and then another ticket Montreal to Cornwall. What are you planning on doing there? Jerking it. Well, probably not. No, I'll do some cooking. Yeah, or at least I'll try to do some cooking. Yeah, I'll try to do some cooking and try to pet the kitty. Other than that, I'll be doing much the same that I do here. Work, lives, record shit for Patreon, record shit for YouTube. It's the white to cover the brown stains on the white sheet. I don't know about that, Joanna. Google Security Cat and BG's pick comes up. I expect that. So the plan would be that I'd go up a few days before Chantel leaves, which hopefully would give time for BG to sort of get used to me before Chantel leaves. Why? So we can hang out. Hey, Mike. No. Probably have a lot of spaghetti. You Canadian? Canadian girl? And all the backs of her remote controllers? No. No, that'd be mean. Flip the mattress and couch cushions. What dis? Your comment of what dis? Day one, cat scared. Day two, kitty wants food and bugs the shit out of you. Maybe. I would think maybe like 3 days for the cat to get really start. What in D's nuts? Cat seems playful. She'll warm to if you play with her. Yeah. Yeah, I'll try. That's me. No, because I mean, I was there when Chantel picked the cat up, and I feel like I've been there since. Haven't I? Yes, I have. Like, I did stay overnight since then, and the cat hid the whole time that I was there. Just don't get a cat toy stuck in your butt crack. I'll try. Should be easy to avoid that. My butt's never bare. Get nice to it first, and then comes out to investigate. Yeah, BG does seem like very, very, very nervous. So yeah, she'll get used to me. Will be interesting for like might make work. It might make work a little bit more interesting. Cook. Yeah, yeah. I'll try to cook whenever I can. Gonna depend on like what hours I work and how tired I am and all that shit. Not today was election day. Not until 17th. I hate these ads. Walking in your keyboard. Yeah, I'll have to sort of keep an eye on her. I mean, that's on top of the fact that the U.S. is like perpetual campaign mode. The fact that campaigns in Canada are 6 weeks is definitely an advantage, I think. That's for federal at least. I think provincial as well, actually. Let's hear about your lady friend. Pay zero attention to politics. I don't pay that. I don't pay particularly close attention. She could. Yeah, sure. Let me pull up a picture of her. There you go. That's the girl I'm pursuing. There you are. Very cute. Alternatively, if we go with the game that I've been playing on stream, I've been dating. I've been seeing Princess Anael in Seven Kingdoms Princess Problem. So here's yeah. There you go. Gorgeous. Delete their pictures from. Their photos aren't on my phone. They're on Google. It's just like your mom. Delete them from Google. Yeah, not sure how far. Like, I'm not sure how many hours I've put into my current run, but not very far along the story. I can tell you the ending. I don't know the end. I know all the endings. I will say this. Third episode. Spent entirely in V's apartment building. First episode is just the prologue, the Nomad prologue. Second episode is the Sandra Dorset rescue mission. Third episode, barely made it out of V's apartment building. Almost an hour long episode. Basically, all of it in the apartment building. Because there's a lot of stuff to read in that game. A lot of emails, a lot of random shit. There's news reports to watch. Stuff that sucks in. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, The main story takes up about 20% of the game's content. I will say there's a lot of fucking, like, there's a lot of shit that's largely pointless. Actually, I think her name is Punchin' Judy. That's what V calls her at one point. Anyway, V at one point uses the nickname Punchin' Judy, reference to old puppet characters, Punch and Judy. I like her. Yeah, your mom's name is Judy. Ah. Well, then I will be banging your mom. Totally gonna be banging her. That's me, Unk's mom. Just remembered I hadn't finished removing all the copyrighted stuff from my next from the coming 80s cartoon intro video that I'm uploading. Whoops. I'm gonna get more water. I'll be back in a minute. Anyway, random note. Next 2 days on Patreon are gonna be Hello Kitty videos. So Uncle Buck can look forward to those, and Buttercup can look forward to it in 2 weeks. Congratulations, Uncle Buck. Glad you're happy to be able to stay up a little later. You color purple? Probably. Still, we are planning on it, yeah. It is going to depend, like, whether she actually does still end up going. So, may depend at least a little bit on ongoing ongoing geopolitical matters. The rest of the Middle East dip. One way of putting it. Ugh. Fucking Israel. And fucking US. It's wild to me that, like, US is trying to pretend that strikes on Israel or strikes on Iran were, preemptive strikes. And their proof that these were preemptive strikes is that, well, look what Iran did when we attacked them. We knew that if we bombed them, they were going to try to bomb us back. So we had to bomb them. And look what happened. After we bombed them, they tried to bomb us. Like, it's just such a fucking half-assed justification. Just the most asinine attempt at a justification. It's just pure. It's just pure. Like, we know this is bullshit. We only attacked them because Israel wanted to attack them, and yeah, we're just gonna go along with whatever Israel wants these days. It's just we know there's no real justification for this, but we also know that no one really cares. We also know that our base doesn't really care if there's a justification. So we're just gonna, do the stupidest justification. Just pay lip service to the idea that this wasn't an act of pure aggression, a war of choice. That way, all our propagandists can go out and have something to say to all the people who don't pay any attention to the news. All we can do is keep waiting for that front page obituary. It's an old Soviet joke. every day. Man goes to the newsstand, looks at the front page of the newspaper, and then leaves. One day, the newsstand owner asks, Why do you only look at the front page of the newspaper?" Man asks, "I'm checking. I'm keeping an eye out for an obituary." Newsstand guy goes, "Obituaries are in the back." "The one I'm looking for won't be." Old man is sitting on his. I think this is probably a joke that it's an old Scottish joke. I think it's probably most places probably have their own version of it, but I'm gonna do the Scottish version. Old man is sitting on his porch with his grandson. Old man is sitting on his porch with his grandson. Man says, "You see this house? I built this house with me own two hands, brick by brick. But do they call me Seamus the house builder? No. You see that dock down there? I built that dock plank by plank. Do they call me Seamus the dock builder? No. But you fuck one sheep." That one's a classic. for that one. Yeah, like I said, I think that one's that's an old one. It's gonna rise that and rises into here. That's funny. Again. Tell again. All right, I'll tell it again. Old man is sitting on his porch with his grandson. Turns to his grandson and says, "Do you see this house? I built this house with my own two hands, brick by brick. But do they call me Seamus the house builder? No. You see this road? I paved this road with my own two hands. Do they call me Seamus the road builder? No. You see that dock down there? I built that dock plank by plank with me own two hands. But do they call me Seamus the dock builder? No. But you fuck one sheep." That's a very old joke. I think probably most places have their own variation on it. Seamus the sheep fucker had a better ring to it. You're not wrong, actually. Seamus the sheep fucker does actually have a pretty good, nice consonants. Alliteration, consonants, whatever you want to call it. I think it's consonants in this case. The sh sound. You know what, Buttercup? You're right. Just added a photo to Blue Sky. Well, let me check it. Zone Comics and Games. It's Batman versus Batman. Night Fight. Is he wielding a batleth? Hard to see there. Am I crazy, or is he wielding a batleth? Looks to me like a batleth. Which, I suppose, would be on brand for him. Does have bat in the name. First I've even seen the comic store. I'll bet the staff in that store are probably super nice. Less than 8 straight blocks for me. I'll bet you the people in that store are probably super nice. You know, if you were ever inclined to go in there. Our local businesses are super nice people. Indeed. And every comic shop is a local business. Anywho. Topic. We probably need a topic. Had a rice last night. That's right next door. Oh, had eat rice. Sounds convenient. Living right next to a restaurant, to a good restaurant, sounds very convenient, but also like it get pretty expensive. Your local Chinese restaurant. Chili and rice for dinner. Cool, cool. Back when Chantal and I first moved in together, back in like 2005, the apartment building we moved into was right next to a Wendy's, and then right beside that was McDonald's. So we would somewhat regularly walk to one of those two places. I think I don't know. I think Pizza Hut was a little bit further down, and I didn't really like Pizza Hut anyway. Is there anything else like right there? No, I think that was the main two that we went to. Can't think of it. There was a restaurant across the street as well, but we never actually went to those ones for some reason. It's the only time I've ever lived like right next to a restaurant. My mom's old house. There was an Indian place like at the end of the street, but I don't like Indian food. I think it was Indian. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's Indian, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, not my kind of food. So, a few doors down from a nice Mexican restaurant. 21 years, I've had it maybe 4 times. Never ate there. That was takeaway. Yeah, let's see. The house I grew up in was in the suburbs. There were no restaurants within walking distance. Um, House we moved into when I was a teenager. My mom lived that for we lived with that for a long, long time. Um, Indian place. I don't like Indian. And then a little bit further down, sort of just still kind of just barely within walking distance, there was Pizza Pizza, which or no, 2 for 1. Well, not Pizza Pizza, it was 2 for 1. So yeah, like 2 for 1 pizza, which is fine. It's pizza. Um, Other than that, not really. There's not really any great restaurant within walking distance of that place. Um, Said when we lived on Brookdale, Wendy's, McDonald's. There was a place across the street. There were like strip mall across the street. We never really went to I think there's a fish place there, fish and chip shop there. We never went there. Chantal and I never went there. Lived directly across the street from McDonald's. We were too poor to afford it. Ugh. That would be awful. Like as a kid, that would suck. Living that close to McDonald's and not being able to eat it. Oh, it'd be terrible as a kid. Yeah, Brookdale actually did have a few restaurants. We didn't really go to that many of them though. There were a handful, a handful of restaurants within a reasonable walking distance. Place we lived on Laughlin, nothing. Nothing good within good walking distance. We got fast food. I had 5 brothers and sisters, so there's no takeout or something. Fair. And then when I moved to Ottawa, there's my place on Jasmine. I think Jasmine. Nothing. And then there was the villa. Nothing. Hey, bye-bye. The therapist will talk about that trauma. Yeah. Got a promotion, but my new boss is a douche. What do I do? Find some way to sabotage him. You got to find some incriminating material on him that you can leak to his boss. If you can't find anything, then just make it up, fabricate it. Got blows and blows. It does. Capitalism is awful. Sorry, Dad, being on live and breathe this company. Right? Like, that's the shitty part. Every company expects its employees to be like loyal to the death to them, but they feel no obligation at all to show any loyalty to the employees. Naked eating Cheetos. That's the life. Hot Cheetos don't touch open orifices. Musk is all that money is or something. I mean, he was born into wealth. Like, he was born with money, and then, like, he did make a couple, like, he made a very smart choice with PayPal. He got involved with PayPal early on before it took off and became hugely successful. So he made a ton of money from that. And then once he had that money, and then he like got involved with Tesla early on and was able to spin that to present himself as some sort of genius. The real life Tony Stark. and thus a lot of his money ended up being just like from his reputation. So you know not what you know. Yep. Went broke investing all my capital into a Travando tribute act business. Just didn't take off. It happens. So you're back on YouTube yet? Don't think so. I believe she does still have a little bit longer before she's able to. You could live forever, would you? I don't know. I'd probably be willing to try it. I guess as long as she gets her watch hours. Though I suppose the question there is how much does she want to return to YouTube? Speaking of YouTube, they keep pestering me to take part in some sort of like creator boot camp, and I'm like, fuck you. 2 years. Just take me to oof. Yeah, that's not a great anniversary. Yeah, I can definitely understand that, Uncle Buck. Anyway, that brought down the mood, huh? I'm trying to resuscitate my sister. They broke her ribs. I suppose he wanted to keep trying. We had to say no. It was hard. Yeah. It's fine, Uncle Buck. I have never been in a situation where I've had to worry about, you know, whether to resuscitate someone I care about. True, I do. It's true. I just don't know people. could talk about something else. Billy Corgan thinks the CIA killed rock music. That's funny, right? That Billy Corgan of the Smashing Pumpkins thinks the CIA killed rock music. Yeah, that was the FBI. It wasn't either. It's just fucking capitalism. Even if you want to take the even if you want to agree with the premise that rock is dead, and I'm not sure I do want to agree with that premise, but even if you are not dead, but like marginalized, that it's in like sort of, not necessarily dead, but that it's been marginalized. But like even if you do want to take agree with that premise, and I'm not entirely sure I do, it all came down to money. Government had jack shit to do with it. We'll never die. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I suppose I don't really pay much attention to what's popular. But I guess like the argument he was making is like, oh, in the 20th century, rock music was this big driver of social change, and then in the 21st century, rock's been very much marginalized in the past 25 years, and it's they're trying it's because they know the power of rock music and they want trying to hide that. Like he links it to like rise of like rap and R&B, like rise in popularity of rap, and it's like, yeah, rap definitely not a genre that's known for driving social change either. Yeah, rap definitely nothing. No genre more pro-establishment than fucking rap. Rap absolutely does not have a history of challenging uh, social values and making political statements. Fuck off, Billy. Also, the reason the Smashing Pumpkins fell off, the reason Billy Corgan's career fell off is because he's not great. Yep, Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness, phenomenal double album. Phenomenal. They had then, Smashing Pumpkins, they did have a few other good tracks, after that. Yeah, they did, they did have put up some good stuff after that. But, like, in the past 25 years, no one's given a shit about Billy Corgan because Billy Corgan hasn't done anything worth giving a shit about. That's why nobody's buying your music, Billy. It's because you're just not worth buying. Your music's boring, and you seem like a straight up asshole, Billy. You just keep saying shit that makes you come across as just a full blown fucking asshole, Billy. Shut the fuck up. And yeah, I mean, beyond that, like, there is definitely a vested interest from corporations in limiting any music that might sort of upend things. But even then, see, stop the concert protect someone getting their ass kicked in the audience. Well, that's nice of him. That's cool of him. But he's also said some really stupid shit. He said some racist shit. But like, Chappell Roan is not shy about her politics. Chappell Roan has not been shy about supporting queer rights and even more specifically trans rights at a time when that is very controversial. Because yes, as it turns out, pop musicians can also be political. Pop music can be political. Despite how like much people want to shit on pop music, there can be power in that too. Of course, pop music is popular. Pop music is especially popular with girls, and anything that is popular with girls is automatically seen as bad. So, automatically seen as lesser. So the fact that there are pop stars out there using their voices to promote their political ideals, well, that just doesn't matter because that's not guys, that's not men doing it. It's not manly men doing that. No, it only matters when men are doing it. Pussycat Dolls, yeah. Because again, rock music, forever, ever since it began, rock music was always a boys' club. Oh, there were women who broke in. You have Joan Jett, you had Hart, you had Kathleen Hanna, Courtney Love. There were women who broke into rock music. Who had successful careers as rock musicians, but they were very much the exception, and like they had to be exceptional. Not yet. I will be listening to it tonight, Uncle Buck. You only told me to I'll be doing for Patreon. I'll record it for I'll react to it for Patreon. But rock music has always and continues to be, by and large, a boys' club. One that works pretty hard to limit the number of women who are able to actually be successful in it. Did a good movie last night. That has a great soundtrack. Was it Rainbow Rocks? What movie? Buttercup. High Fidelity. Empire Records. I Saw the TV Glow. I think I've heard of that one. Psychological horror. I don't know. Huh. I was gonna say, like, I was looking at the soundtrack. Finish the Burb series and the Apple Never Falls. Like looking at the soundtrack and the first track, first thing I see is Anthems for a 17-year-old Girl. I'm like, I love that song. Artist Yule. I have no idea who the hell that even is. Have you heard of talked about 5040? Never heard of them? I have actually talked about them before. They're a Canadian band. First song that played in my reaction was OMG. I might actually check out. I'll check out the cover because I love the original version. I love the original by Broken Social Scene. Almost positive it's Emily Haynes who does the vocals for that one, and like her voice in that song is just so fragile. It's just such a good song. I'll check out the version from the movie. Yeah, I have talked about 5440. I've talked about how one of their albums really like opened up, like did definitely open my musical taste a lot. I think the album Since When. Bought it on a whim. Starburned and Unkissed. Yeah, none of the like I don't know any of the bands on this one. Caroline Polachek. Oh, Chairlift. I do know. I know Chairlift. Okay. Not a lot of songs by them. They're not. But yeah, Bruises. I love Bruises by Chairlift, and I Belong in Your Arms. So, okay, I do know who at least. You know, I'm actually going to put the soundtrack on my list as for something to react to. Not sure I want to watch the movie. But I'll check out the soundtrack. soon for Patreon. I gotta pee. I'll be back in a minute. I was expecting Hornet, not really that hard to explain. I should probably get Tubi. I want the app. Just go to the website. You don't need an account. Actually, I want to check something about Tubi. Yeah, not exactly alphabetical. Not alphabetical, but it's not just algorithmic shit. I wanted to see because like I wasn't even looking at that, Uncle Buck. I don't think Tubi's actually like anything. I don't think there's any actual problem with Tubi for that. Yeah. Owned by Fox, which sucks. But hey Jack. But whatever. I'm willing to No, what I actually wanted to look at. What I do not have a new girlfriend. What I actually wanted to check for Tubi when looking at the director of the movie is trans. I mean, cool, but is like how it's organized when checking the genre. What are we doing tonight? Leaving in a minute. Because I've complained before about the fact that on Netflix, there's no way to just browse what they have. You know, if you sort by genre, like if you go to like just, you know, I want to watch a comedy. Let's look at the comedies that Netflix has. There's no way to just like to get just like here's all our comedy movies. They don't have a way to just here is all the movies in this genre. It's algorithm. It's more algorithms. You go to comedies and it's like comedies in this style, comedies in this type, comedies in this algorithm, comedies in this algorithm. And it's like, I just want to fucking browse. I don't want to have to like, I just want to fucking go through, just get like a list of what you have. I just want to get a collection of all the things you have in this genre. But they don't do that. It's all algorithmic. And I find that actually makes it so much harder to actually see what they fucking have. Tubi does allow you to just browse. It's not alphabetical. It doesn't seem to be sorted. Like it doesn't seem to be sorted in any particular way. Alphabetical would have made sense to me, but they just decided to. I guess they just said sorting is for losers. But at the very least, it is possible to just fucking browse them. Last movie you watched? Last movie I watched, My Little Pony Quest, Friendship Games. That's the last movie I watched. It's and I've got it up, and I've got my reaction to it uploading to Patreon right now. Be a couple weeks before it's good. I like it. I do enjoy it. It does have some like it does have a couple of like really stupid plotting points, but the Predator movie Badlands didn't think it was that good. Yeah, it seems to be pretty divisive. Anyway, I'm actually gonna get going. Good night, everybody.